Howdy, y'all. My name is Preston. I'm coming at you with some more Stardew Valley. All right, what is the weather report? It's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Cool. Fortune teller says the spirits are very displeased today. That's no good. That's all right because it's another watering day. Oh, look at all the stuff that's been grown. Oh, it's a big day. All right, so what do we got? Got some parsnips. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Woo, yeah. And we got a gold parsnip. That's it. Holy crap, we're gonna have to get a lot of money today so we can get enough seeds so we can fill this sucker back up. Man, it's a bounty day. Holy crap. So, how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. I am doing pretty great myself. Still working through some stuff with school, but I have had a little bit more time to sit and think about some of the stuff related to school stuff, or not school stuff, but also stuff related to Stardew. So that's nice. I need to keep one cauliflower for the old thing. And then, did we get the dandelion one? I think we did. Right? I'm just gonna hold on to one just in case. I'm pretty sure I did all this stuff. And let's hold on to a bunch of regular daffodils. And heck, regular dandelions. We can use these for gifting to people. Just like most people seem to like the random forageables. So we'll hold on to those for gifts. And then let's sell... Here, let's do this. Let me do this. Put these two. So these ones we're holding on to. And actually, you know what? Doing some organization. This will help, I promise. All right, so these ones we're going to keep. Everything beyond that, we are going to sell so that we can make a bunch of monies so that we can get ourselves some nice seeds for the rest of this season. We still need some more parsnips. We're going to say 10 days. We got like 12 days left in the season. I think it ends on the 28th. So we'll want to take that into consideration with what we buy. We might do a bunch of potatoes. Might do like a 50-50 potatoes and parsnips. We got to make sure to do a lot of parsnips, though, just so that we can be sure that we get the gold stars that we need. Dear neighbor, us from Pierre. I hope you're feeling settled in your new home. I'm writing to let you know that Pierre's store is now selling fertilizers. Why don't you swing by and see if you can afford a few dozen boxes or so? Sure, Pierre. Sure, we'll do that. Well, one thing we can do while we wait, because we do have to wait until stores start to open, let's make some more fertilizer and let's fill in these spots that aren't currently filled in. So that when we come back, we'll already be ready to go. Because we do still have to go and pick up our watering pail from, I'm blanking on his name, Clint. I wanted to call him Gunther. I always do that. I've been doing that ever since I started playing this game on my channel. It was all about me calling Clint Gunther every single time. All right, we're full up on fertilizer. We're good to go there. Let's grab this sucker. Well, let's go ahead and we'll head towards town, and we could start gifting people some stuff. How does that sound? Hey, puppy. All right. Oh, look, salmon berries. We got salmon berries on the farm. That's awesome. I'll probably keep these for eating because I don't think that they sell for very much, but they are a good amount of energy, which is nice. Okay, let's head on over to town, and hopefully we'll be able to get into Pierre's soon and get into Clint's soon. So, as far as psych talk for today, because we didn't do a proper psych talk last time, although y'all did seem to really appreciate what I talked about with imposter bias, and I'm glad you did, because it made me feel like less of an imposter myself. But also, it's nice to know that you guys are kind of taking away from a lot of these things what I'm hoping you take away from them. There's always that fear when you're, as a teacher, this is a fear that I have from time to time. Speaking more about imposter bias, is that maybe what I'm saying isn't coming across the way that I expect it to be. And so it's encouraging to hear that it is. Oh no! I think this is the very sad one, or the angering cinematic, right? Welcome to Pierre's. How can I help you? Ahem. Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at JojaMart. 50%? Well, any takers? Oh, man, he should be played by Kurt Fuller. That's a deep joke. Oh, poor Pierre. But I can't match those prices. I'd be selling at a loss. It must be so difficult for you to lose your loyal customers like that. But can you blame them? Joja Corp is clearly the superior choice. Soon the whole town will realize that. Oh boy. I hate that guy. He's the worst. Sorry, Pierre. Don't worry, man. I got your back. You know I got your back. All right. Let's sell off these cauliflowers. Let's sell off these parsnips. Horseradish. Yeah, see, salmon berries, 5 for 25. No thanks. The leeks, the horseradish, the daffodils, all these gold suckers. Oh, yeah, up to 2 grand. Let us get... We're going to grab 15 parsnips, at least. All right, now let's look at potato seeds. They take 6 days, so we definitely have time for those. What about kale? 6 days as well. And puffball flowers we could get as well. Why not? Let's get a nice little variety of stuff. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's get more potatoes. Because I think potatoes have just such a good return on investment. And we'll hold on to this last little 369. Who knows what we'll want to spend that on, but it's something, right? Okay, so then as we see people around town, hey, Maru, how's it going? Have you met my mother? She's the town's carpenter. Perfect timing. Do you like these? Thanks. Seems like that was a mediocre gift, if anything. I guess maybe she didn't like that. Too bad. I know she likes, like minerals and things, so I should always have like some copper bars or something on me, really, if I want to be pursuing a relationship with her. But I still think that these should be good for most people as just like a, mid-quality gift. So that's enough to like kind of get the stuff going forward. Hey, Penny, come here. I got a gift for you. Oh, give it to Penny. Thanks. This looks nice. You're welcome, Penny. You're a cool person. We should be friends. Let's go talk to Clint. Oh, hey, another one. Come here. Thank you. Do. Clint, what's up, buddy? Watering can. Nice. We received the copper watering can. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. All right. Oh, I should have brought all those geodes with me. Hey, little guy, do you like salmon berries? This isn't very fun. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. Ooh. Maybe my idea of just giving people random stuff is not the best. I love presents. Thank you. All right, Jazz like marigolds, or daffodils, rather. Good to know. Do. How about you, Emily? Thanks. She does. How about you? Blech. I hate this. Jody hates dandelions. I'm sorry, Jody. I did not mean to give you a thing you hate. That's fine, though. I'm okay with it. All right, let's go get some planting done. We got to do that for sure. So, psych talk. I was going to get to this, and then obviously I got distracted because I always get distracted. So, dreams. You guys had a whole bunch of great questions associated with dreams and nightmares and whatnot, and so I figured, why don't we make that a nice topic of discussion for today? So, first things first. Let's talk about what dreams are, because that's going to be a crucial component to understanding what dreams mean, which is kind of what a lot of y'all were interested in, or just sort of like the antecedents and consequences, as we would say in psychology, of dreaming. So, dreams, there are a lot of theories behind what dreams are. We don't have a full understanding of what dreams are because it's a very complex question. But sort of the prevailing theory right now is that when you go to sleep, either one of two things are happening. Either your dreams are literally just random experiences caused by your brainstem that are then interpreted by the rest of your brain, or dreams are a sort of testing ground for theories and hypotheses about how to solve problems that you are currently dealing with. Ooh, we're going to have a little bit extra space for things to grow. We need 4 more seeds. Let's go buy 4 more seeds. So in that regard, I guess let's just buy parsnip seeds. So in that regard, where do I fall on this? I believe it's closer to the second situation, generally because I do fall into a more evolutionary mindset when it comes to a lot of the basic features of human psychology, so I think that we wouldn't have developed a thing if it didn't have value. All right, let's talk to Lewis. I do all my grocery shopping here. Great, Lewis. What do you think about these? That's very nice of you. Thanks. Cool. You brought me a present? Thanks. Cool. And then let's say hi to you as well. Ugh, I'm not in a good mood right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Abigail. Oh, gosh. Oh, I pushed too far. I pushed too far. I'm sorry. Yikes. Oh, we're not doing so hot. I gave Mario a gift that she thought was mediocre, and I may have angered Abigail. I wanted to be your friend. I wanted to be helpful. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, like I said, I fall into the mindset that thinks that, oh, hey, Evelyn, is that your name again? Come here. Oh, my, it looks wonderful. That's very kind of you. You're welcome, Evelyn. So I fall into the mindset that I believe that dreams are, they do serve a purpose. They are sort of a testing ground for potential solutions to problems that you're currently facing. Now, the content of your dreams is highly influenced by your emotional state. It's also highly influenced by what you're currently going through, right? What current problems you're trying to solve. So you tend to have dreams about things that are particularly emotionally valid towards you right now, okay? So let's say you're really stressed out. Oh, by the way, here's what our new watering can can do. Space of 3. It's going to save us so much energy and time. You basically what happens is, let's say, and this is why I believe this as well, is because I experience this on a regular basis. Oh, whoops. Let's say you're having a particularly tough time solving a problem. So like for me, let's say like when I was playing The Witness on stream the other week, or really like back when I played it for the very first time. And you can't solve it. You can't solve it. You can't solve it. It's just so crazy tricky. And then you go to bed. And then you wake up in the morning, and suddenly you have it figured out, right? It suddenly makes sense in a way that you didn't even realize was possible. Like, oh, of course that makes sense. Of course that's a thing. And that's because while you're sleeping, essentially what your brain is doing is it's taking the emotional issues that you're dealing with, it looks at those, and says, all right, using our brain and what we know, all the logic that we have, all the memories and potential solutions that we have, what's the best way to go about solving this problem? What are the best multiple ways of going about solving this problem? And then it runs basically simulations and ideas on how to solve those issues. Sometimes you're conscious of these experiences. And so that's when you have the actual dream, right? You're experiencing this testing ground. So a lot of times it'll be dealing with, say, you're having issues with a friend or a spouse or something like that, and you have a dream about this person and you interacting with them about this problem, but dealing with it in a way that's weird or nonsensical, and yet that kind of helps you to test out whether or not these different possibilities will actually work. There's a lot of theory about this being mostly the result of us wanting to test out things in our dreams that we're not comfortable testing out in real life. Let us go and put the cauliflower at the Junimo place. And, oh, we had some potato seeds left over. I'll take these with me as well. Are we going to have enough? Yeah, we're not going to have enough time to get to Gunther. But I think a couple of these do need to go into the Junimo bundle, so go ahead and grab it. I have this cherry bomb, so we'll go blow up a thing. And yeah, that'll probably be where we'll stop for this stuff. Oh, and let's put some copper in the furnace. Always be coppering. All right. So yeah, essentially, it seems like dreams are our way of testing out solutions to problems that we have. And so, like I said, if this is something that you want to test on your own, I would say, next time you're really, really struggling with I got rid of all the marigolds, right? Ugh, that's such a stupid gift. Yeah, she likes the daffodils, not the dandelions. Oh well, that's fine. All right, so I guess my theory was not correct. Not everybody loves all the regular random forageables, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned that I screwed up relationships too much, although Abigail got mad at me. Oh, yikes. I do feel a little bit bad about that. I wish that there was an easy empty your hand button, and there might be. I'm just messing around with a couple right now because I hate having like stuff on me and then my character wanting to eat it. All right, let's go over here. What do we got for our different bundles that we can solve? Oh, so I was saying, so if you want to try and like test this out yourself, next time you're having a big like an issue solving a problem, maybe it's for school or maybe it's for, you know, I don't know. It could be for any issue. But think about it a lot during the day. And then when you go to bed, oh, we never brought a green bean. Shoot. Did I save one? Ugh. All right, I'll make sure to save one the next time through. It's now in my head because I failed it the first time. And then what else do we have that we're still trying to solve? Exotic foraging? Anything from there? No, I thought these might be, but those are for a different bundle later on. Okay. Well, we're going to be holding on to a lot of stuff. So try that out. Go to bed after thinking about it a lot, right? After really focusing on the problem and really trying to solve it. Go to bed. And then when you wake up in the morning, try thinking about it again and see how you feel about it. See if you have different thoughts. See if like, oh, maybe I'll try that solution. Because it really does seem to be that once you go to bed thinking about something that you've been focusing on for so long, that you really do take away from it something beneficial. Hey, how's it going? Are you happier now? Oh, yikes. Maybe I should just leave her alone for the day. I need to look up a list of like what are the favorite gifts of a bunch of people and just have that. Like I had it out that one time and I put it away this time because I've got a different thing open over here right now, which is just a thing I'm working on for school. But yeah, I should fix that. So apparently this should blow this up. Hey, it did. Cool. Someone suggested that in the comments. I'd never thought about using a cherry bomb for that, I don't think. I think I always used a pick of some sort. Maybe not though. Oh, Tuxatoten Snurry, Tuxatoten Tarsin, Tuxatoten Sai, up Tuxatotens, or Laternal. Opatomurmura Tuxatoten, the Tinu Nasianu do Ellen. Okay, sir. Sounds good. We'll have to learn how to speak with you in a different fashion. All right, our energy, we're still at about 50% energy. I think what I want to do is actually go home and just chop down a bunch of trees. We need some more sap. We need some more wood. And so we'll just work on that. And that'll help us with also that that one bundle that has to do with like carpentry. It's like I forget what it is, building. There's some bundle that has to do with bringing a bunch of stone and wood and stuff. So that we'll focus on. We also want to think about which is going to be the next item that we want to upgrade. Probably the pick. I think it makes the most sense to upgrade the pick and then upgrade the axe. And then maybe the hoe last. Actually, the hoe before the axe might make sense too. So we'll see which of those we decide we want to focus on. But the pick for sure next. Put you away. Yeah, I think that the dandelion idea may be done. And y'all can let me know down in the comments below. Actually, this could be something where y'all can help me. Is let me know certain items to keep on me that are pretty good for most people for their gifts. So it doesn't have to be people's favorite gifts. It can just be good gifts. And then like maybe if I have a list of like 3 or 4 and I kind of keep in my head like this person likes this person likes this, and this person likes this, then maybe I can kind of always be being as social and friendly as possible with all of the people that I come across. And hopefully that'll give us the benefit that we're looking for. Okay, so we talked about dreams being a beneficial evolutionary adaptation, right? You go to bed, you try out solutions for things that you may not have already thought of or haven't been able to explore in the real world. Now, the core behind this research, specifically the evolutionary part of it, is that and this will come into play when we start to talk about nightmares here in a second, is that the core reason for dreams, the core adaptive reason, the adaptive focus, is in order to essentially have us test out survival techniques. In our brains, the most common, I guess, I want to use the word triggering, but that's not the right word because of how that word is now used outside of this. But the trigger for dreams is essentially the fight or flight response that we talked about before. It is testing out heightened emotional states and how to avoid or solve the problems associated with those heightened emotional states. And so oftentimes dreams take the form of testing out our reactability in situations that we find stressful. Now, stressful situations aren't always going to lead to nightmares, right, they might lead to constructive dreams, and that's what most of them do. But from time to time, they take on a more negative situation where emotions kind of take control and make the dream sort of an unsolvable problem. And then that is kind of like what a nightmare is, right? It's this massive anxiety and fear experience without any necessary potential solution in sight. All right, let's move in, go to sleep for the night. Any updates? Nope. All right, next day, let's check our weather. What's going to happen tomorrow? It's going to rain all day. Ooh, nice. We don't have any iron to upgrade our thing, so it's too bad, but we wouldn't have the money for it anyways. Spirits are somewhat annoyed today. That's not good. Queen of Sauce rerun. Coleslaw. Again, we already know coleslaw. All right. All right, more stuff grew. Oh, cool. Green beans. We needed that. All right, what do we got? We got a couple more spaces that we got to fill up. I'm glad that I chopped some trees last night because that means we're going to have the sap to make the fertilizer for this stuff. Okay, let us... Ooh, we got a green star. Or, I mean, a silver star. Okay, let's grab our sap. Let's make ourselves some fertilizer. And let's also grab our potato seeds, because we do have a couple potato seeds. And then the rest we'll go and buy... We'll probably buy some more potatoes. All right, we all fertilized up? We're all fertilized up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, got a little bit out of order, but that's fine. All right, let's do our water, and let's talk some more about stuff before we head out and do the other things. So, nightmares. Nightmares appear to be something that come about based on a couple of different things. First and foremost, PTSD is highly linked to having frequent nightmares. All right, so if you have PTSD, that's one common cause for frequent nightmares because of the heightened stress and emotionality associated with the things associated with PTSD. Then, beyond that, is anxiety. If you have high anxiety, if you're generally stressed a lot, if you have an anxiety disorder, you're going to be more likely to have bad dreams, specifically nightmares. Now, one thing about nightmares that we find from the research is that it takes on a similar impact on people's health and well-being as insomnia does. Essentially, when you have frequent nightmares, you don't get as good of a quality sleep, and as a result, that leads to you having poorer sleep quality and overall being tired all the time. And as a result, that has a number of negative effects associated with it. There are some negative health effects associated with getting poor sleep, so you really should focus on getting good sleep. So if, as I know someone in the comments has been talking about, you are a frequent sufferer of nightmares, that is something to, maybe be a little concerned about. Perhaps think of seeing someone for treatment, of which there is treatment. There are a number of techniques in order to try and help deal with the associated emotional issues that cause the anxiety and stress, and then in turn that should improve nightmares or reduce nightmares, thus improving sleep quality. Now, beyond that, and again, let me just remind everybody, I am not a licensed psychologist. Any advice I give is all just from my knowledge base, but again, not licensed, not a professional. It's all just coming from my knowledge of the background material. I'm not a psychologist nor a psychiatrist. I am an academic, so it's a very different thing. So this is just coming from my expertise. But with all of that said, I would say yes, in fact, it's something to be looked into and to potentially have treated if it's particularly causing issues with sleep health. Let's see. A sunfish. Where do you get a sunfish? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Closed on Wednesdays. Pierre, you always vex me. No. Okay, that's fine. Let's go up here. Let's turn in this green bean for the Junimo bundle, and then we'll go back. We'll put all this stuff in the bin to sell, and then I guess from there we will just move on and do some other things for today. Okay, green bean over here. So, all right, we talked about nightmares briefly. What else about nightmares? Yeah, like I said, essentially it seems to be the case that it's mostly dealing with scenarios in a similar fashion to dreams, but instead of having kind of like constructive solutions and whatnot, instead speed grow. Yay, another thing. The emotions sort of take over and then drive it forward in sort of a kind of spiraling out of control fashion. That's usually when people wake up. Let's go check what that one's all about. So yeah, that's basically nightmares. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to discuss. There's not a lot of research. Like, again, dream research is very sparse and theoretical because it's such a complex problem to try and solve. Blacksmith bundle. Okay, one of each bar. Can start doing that one. Geologist bundle. Okay, can do that. And adventurers bundle. Fighter rate stuff. Okay, cool. Those are all basically mining related things to bring in, so we can do that for sure. Okay. Let's move on out of here. And we'll head back to home, and we're going to sell off all this stuff in the bin. And then I guess we'll probably spend the rest of the day doing, I don't know, fishing, or maybe we'll head down into the mines again. That's probably a good idea. Let's go do some more mineral hunting. Get more of them minerals and things that we know that Mario and Abigail are going to like as well. That reminds me, I should bring a copper bar with me, and if I see Mario, I'll give her that. Give me this. Do we have any stones? No stones for Abigail. That's fine. Let's sell. Probably eat you, sell you. We'll hold on to the gold star potato. I don't know why I'm holding on to the gold star potato, but for some reason I feel like I need that for a bundle. I probably don't, but that's fine. Oh, that's right. I should be thinking about the... Let's actually see on our way out. I'm going to take all this stuff. I want to see if we can get a silo being built. All right, let's sell all the green beans. Sell that green bean, sell the potato, sell the cauliflower. I know some of these could be useful for gifts, but I'd rather get the money out of them in the short term. I'm mostly only concerned about the relationship with Maru and Abigail because y'all are pretty torn on which one we should go with, and I'm not even fully determined yet, but pretty soon I'm sure we'll make a decision. Leeks, dandelions. So I'm only mostly concerned with those relationships in the short term, and then we'll focus more on all relationships once we have a better base of money to kind of be able to just give up crops easily like that. Okay, and then speed grow. Can I sell that? Honestly, I'm going to sell it. Yeah, because, money, that'll be useful. And the benefit that you get from speed grow, having things grow faster, I don't really care about that. I want quality crops. So that's why I use the quality-based fertilizer. And then maybe someone, let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that and it turns out that, in fact, that also has quality to it. Because if it does, then I'll start using that stuff. But for now, that's all we need. And all of this has value right now for me. So yeah, we're fine. Okay, let us go. So what was I talking about? We had nightmares and their negative impacts. And then, and we were talking about, I guess, just stuff related to this. So, so hopefully that covered nightmares to the extent that I wanted to. I'm forgetting if I hit all the points, but I think I did. So then, we probably don't have enough money. No, I think we do. Truck farm buildings. Isn't it just 100? Yeah, we can do it. Build. I like putting it here. It's like super out of the way. I guess I could probably chop down those bushes and things, right? But this is still fine. It's super out of the way, so it's not going to be blocking our view or anything like that. I prefer that. Cool, so now we're going to get our silo going. That's going to be great. We'll start building up for when we can eventually get, what do you call them? Animals. This is a super gift. Thank you. All right. We had a good gift with Maru. What about Demetrius? What does he like? Does he like copper bars? I feel like he probably should, right? Oh, I worry a bit. I worry that I'm going to overstep myself and he'll be like, this is for my daughter, not for me, you monster. All right, let's get down to the mines. Yeah, we got our pick. So the next thing about dreams that I wanted to talk about, and this is something that someone else brought up as well in the comments, is the concept of lucid dreaming. And this can also kind of play into nightmares as well, because if you can develop the ability to lucid dream properly, you could likely... oh gosh, I feel like giving Linus forageable stuff. He doesn't actually like it. I don't know you well enough to trust you. Sorry. Think he would like a copper bar? This doesn't really do much for me. All right, that's fine. Sorry, buddy. I tried. I was like, I could give him like a salmon berry and stuff like that, but I feel like I've tried that in the past, and then he gets mad. He's like, what do you think this is the only thing that's good for me? Kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, I feel like a jerk now. So lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when you are aware that you are dreaming while you are dreaming. So that's just like, that's the extent of the definition of lucid dreaming. Usually what people mean when they say lucid dreaming is that they are not only aware that they are dreaming, but they are in control of their dream. They're able to change things. And so recognize how that those two things are different, right? One is just being conscious of the effects of what's going on in your dream. The other is having control over them, actually being able to affect the dream in that way. We're going to go zoom out just for helping finding stuff. So there's a meaningful difference there, but ultimately we'll talk about both. So lucid dreaming is something that does appear to be a real thing. It does happen. People report on it a lot, and there's research that shows that when people report lucid dreaming that they're kind of, oh gosh, these giant slimes, that they are kind of experiencing a very different mental state. Their dreams look different as far as their neurological activity. So lucid dreaming does seem to have some merit, some backing in the literature. On a personal note, from personal anecdotes, there was a time when I first started studying psychology where I was interested in lucid dreaming. And let's just check if there's anything else. No. And so I actually attempted to teach myself how to lucid dream. And I was actually able to make myself more capable at lucid dreaming. I went through a period of time there where I would lucid dream frequently, which is pretty cool. And so the techniques that I utilized just had to do with performing a number of behaviors throughout your day, because there are inconsistencies in the way that our brain processes information during sleep that and like our perceptions that allow us to detect that, oh, I must be dreaming because things are weird. So for example, one of these behaviors that you can engage in is frequently looking at the back of your hand throughout the day. Just make it a common behavior of yours, not compulsively. Don't make it like, I can't leave the house unless I look at my hand, because that could be developing a whole other set of negative problems associated with it. But in terms of being able to create lucid dreams and just, doing it on a frequent enough basis to where you think about it, then hopefully what that behavior will turn into is something that you spontaneously do in your dreams automatically, because it's one of your regular automatic behaviors that you conduct on a regular basis. When you look at the back of your hand in a dream, however, your hand looks weird. And the reason for this is pretty simple. You're not actually looking at your hand. What you're quote unquote looking at is your brain interpreting, what am I looking for? I need some energy. Is what your brain thinks your hand looks like based on how much neurological activity is associated with your hands. Here's a little tangent here. Go Google the term homunculus if you're curious about what I'm talking about here, and it'll give you an example of a really weird-looking kind of humanoid creature that has giant lips, giant hands, giant eyes, a really tiny, skinny body, big feet. It's a really kind of odd-looking individual. And what that is it's a representation of the human body based on the amount of brain space associated with each of those areas of the body. Our brain gives more brain space to our eyes, to our hands, to our feet, to our mouth, than to the other parts of our body. And as a result, our brain thinks that we look like that, as far as from the inside, right? Internally, that's what we look like. So when you look at the back of your hand in a dream and your brain's not actually looking at something, it kind of gets confused. And so it's like, oh, well, this is my body, and so it must look like what this, how much, brain space is dedicated to it. So you have these really long, weird, creepy fingers. You have all these kinds of bizarre associations with it. Anyway, long story short, or long story long, because I took forever telling it, I was able to do this frequently when I was earlier in college. I kind of lost the behavior and along the way, and so I haven't done that in a long time. But it was certainly a fun and interesting experience to go through while I was testing it out. So I would suggest maybe people trying that out if you're interested in lucid dreams. It's a really cool and interesting area of research and just of psychology in general. And so really cool stuff. But as far as for nightmares, lucid dreaming is one proposed way of kind of dealing with the negative effects of nightmares, is if you allow yourself the ability to control your dreams or have an impact on your dreams, or just to be knowledgeable and aware that you are dreaming, it can help stave off a lot of the negative stress associated with nightmares and then help steer that dream back towards being a normal dream, one that is less stressful and fear and anger inducing. So lucid dreaming, really cool thing. What else about dreaming? I'm just going to look at my list right here. I think that probably covers most of the dreaming related. Oh my god, these guys are kicking my butt. Back off. They're coming from both sides, which is making it difficult. Usually they all come from one side. So yeah, let's think. Is there anything else that I would like to add about dreams? Let's see. Oh, that's right. Someone asked about precognition and dreaming. Whether or not, when you have a dream and then something happens in real life like that, and you see that as being a prediction. Like you have precognitive abilities in your dream, right? That you predicted the future based on your dreams. Ultimately, from the standpoint of research into the topic, it's pretty straightforward that this is a confusion rather than an actual prediction. We talked about deja vu in the past, but I'll bring it back up again here. Deja vu is sort of a experience that you have when your memory misinterprets your experience of a new memory as being an old memory. It says, I remember this memory from before. This is something that I've already experienced, when in fact you're experiencing a new memory that's being formed. So in your dreams, or when you think that you have predicted the future via a dream, it often has to do with one of two situations. Either A, you did have a dream in the past that was of a similar nature, but in a more vague sense, like you went through an experience in your dream that was kind of, similar, but wasn't the exact same thing. But then once you think that you kind of predicted the future, your brain sort of it changes your memory. It kind of adapts your memory of your dream to better fitting the situation that just occurred. This new scenario, this scenario that you think you may have predicted. Did we plant seeds? Oh no, that's right. Things were closed, weren't they? Yes, closed on Wednesday, and we had no seeds left. That's as is the case. And so ultimately, that's kind of where the research sees it. It sees it as it's just a confusion. It's not an actual prediction. And to be able to show that you had predicted, the future or whatnot, it's a very difficult thing to try and show, right? It would have to be a very specific memory. But then the other part about this, and so this is also just as important to consider. Actually, let's sell you. And these guys probably don't sell for very much, so we'll save those for energy as well. The other part is, while it may be important to recognize those hits, those times when, in fact, yes, I did predict the future, right? You need to remember that there are a lot of times where you dream where that doesn't happen. And so this is just like kind of a statistical approach to this. But if 9 times out of 10, or if 99 times out of 100, your dreams don't predict the future, and then one time it appears that your dream predicts the future, statistically we would say, no, you don't have any kind of precognitive ability. You just got lucky. Your random dream predicted something only in that your random dream was random and it was similar to something that ended up happening eventually. So unless every night you go to sleep you have a dream that predicts the future, I think it would be difficult to convince a psychologist or someone that you actually have some kind of predictive capability. And just, from my perspective, I don't actually think that anyone could have a precognitive ability. It's a much simpler explanation, and it's something that we can demonstrate that people often have memories that lie to them, that change things, and so your memory is far less reliable than you might think it is. All right, we leveled up farming, watering can proficiency, hoe proficiency's up. We can make iron fences. We can make preserves jars. That's going to be really good. We're going to want to get those in right away because we can turn food into more valuable food. And then retaining soil. Okay. Not bad. Let's see how much money we made. Oh, the money comes rolling in. The money comes rolling in. We got 2700G. That's going to be great. We can do another upgrade if we want to. We got some options. This is going to be awesome. All right, y'all. Well, that has been a long episode once again because I'm still in this last week of school where I've got a lot of stuff done and I can only do these at one at a time. So, well, we're going to end there. But with all that, thank you all for watching. If you like your style, please be sure to give this video a like, a favorite, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any more psych-related questions or if you want to follow up more on these dream-related questions, please do give me some questions down below. Give some comments. Let me know what you're thinking and if this helped. And with all that, my name has been Price, and I will see y'all next time.